want to go in his direction. I knew that we wanted him in that situation. If we can put the ball in his hands at the end of the game, that's who we want to have it.
I just took the shot from there.
That, of course, the scene last Saturday with Parker Wentz leading Trinity Christian to a win over the then #3 team in the country, Grace Prep. But now the Lions will have to shift their focus to Friday when they'll be taking on Findlay Prep, the country's second-ranked team.
I feel like it's going to be another big game, and we just got to come out and play like we know how to play, don't try to play a different role.
Every year, Findlay Prep is one of the best high school teams in the country. In the last 5 years, 22 pilots have gone on to play in college.
Oh, I definitely think they're an amazing team. They've got, everyone knows they're huge. I mean, it's definitely going to be a challenge.
A challenge for sure, but also a great chance for the Lions to make an even bigger name for themselves.
I think it's just a big opportunity for Trinity, our school, and for us.
Not many schools are getting to say that they had their #3 team and #2 team in the nation come in their city and play them. You know, it's just a great opportunity for these guys, just something to always be able to remember.
If they come away with another win over a top 5 team in the country, well, that would be unforgettable. Chris Tavarez, KOBK Sports. Life as a college football athlete is a grind.
We live in a world that's a lot of football, and it's like a job for us.
That's what makes days like this so special. With the Texas Tech football team visiting High Point Village to spend time with people of all ages with special needs.
It's rewarding. I mean, I think it's funner for us than it is for these kids.
Backup quarterback Jacob Karam organized the event after a family with a child at High Point Village approached him about the idea after church.
I told the team about it at a team meeting, and we had about 50 guys sign up, so it was great.
Good. The team, good, as well as other Tech athletes, taking pictures, signing autographs, and even playing catch with some special Red Raider fans.
I mean, it looks pretty awesome. Just throwing the football around, winning all of the Texas Tech players.
It's pretty special to come out here and see these kids and understand that we need to be thankful for everything we have in life and give back and just play around and have some fun around here.
It's not all fun and games, though. With Tech losing 4 of its last 5 games.
Touchdown, Texas!
14-year-old Joshua Barnett with some advice for the struggling Red Raiders.
Try to be more active, try to get their heads in the games.
At times when you're losing and things aren't going well in the field, you can get down. But there's times like these that there's a lot more going on in this world than winning or losing football games. So it definitely does give us a spark and kind of rejuvenates us as a team to get back on track.
And with a showdown against #2 Oklahoma State on Saturday, this might be just what Tech needs to get back in the win column.
I thought this would be a great way to start off our week of preparation, to kind of get involved with the community, and I think this is going to get us on the right track to beat Oklahoma State.
It definitely can't hurt. Chris Tavarez, KOBK Sports. Yeah, that's completely right, Brandon. Now, out here in Raiderville, everybody loves their Aggie jokes. One of the more creative ones that I've heard, what do you call a double-digit A&M halftime lead? Anything but safe. But either way, both of these teams have had their fair share of ups and downs the past couple of weeks.
Yard line, and Bourbon takes it all the way in.
The past 2 weeks for Texas Tech and Texas A&M have been a roller coaster.
Arkansas retakes the lead. Into the 20 is Eric Ward and into the end zone.
In the first half, we were surprised.
While scary at times, the Red Raiders keep walking away smiling.
It didn't look good. You don't like spotting teams 20 points.
Overall, we felt good about it. We always felt good about coming out with a W.
But the Aggies are getting derailed halfway through, not knowing what hit them.
It's really bizarre. It's hard to explain, hard to put your finger on it. None of us saw it coming.
Up a combined 35 points against Oklahoma State and Arkansas the past 2 weeks, A&M stumbles into Lubbock, having lost 2 in a row by a combined 5 points.
The first half, we played a great half of football, but unfortunately, football is 2 halves.
They've let a couple of football games get away from them that, quite honestly, they shouldn't have lost. And they're about 2 plays away from being 4th or 5th in the country probably right now.
I think the entire team kind of wanted them undefeated in the top 10 just because we wanted to play them undefeated in the top 10.
Now the Red Raiders' last stand against the Aggies goes from a battle between 2 unbeaten teams.
Caught it up. Oh, he caught it on
to two teams heading in opposite directions. While A&M hasn't been able to hold on to a lead.
Touchdown, Tracy Moore in the lead for the first time today for Oklahoma State.
Tech has been able to fight back from a combined 34-point deficit the past 2 weeks.
They may have collapsed these last 2 games, but they may not in our game. I don't think we can start as slow as we did against Kansas and expect to, really, climb back.
I would hope that we wouldn't, start slow, but it could very easily happen. Either way, it doesn't make any difference as long as you regroup whenever you can and pull yourself back in or on top or farther ahead.
If Texas Tech can do that, they'll both be in for a fun ride. Now, whether it takes another come-from-behind effort by Tech or if Texas Tech just jumps out on top of A&M early, one thing's for sure, everyone out here in Raiderville wants to send A&M to the SEC on a low note. Brandon, back to you. Good evening. Regional finals going on today in Class 1A Division II. Sands losing to Grady 45-43 in the Region 1 finals, so the Mustang season is over. But in Class 1A Division I, Alton able to hold off a late push by Seagraves to get the 62-56 win to book its ticket to Austin for the state tournament. Estacado hoping to do the same at the USA tonight against Abilene Wiley. Matt's down 2 in the first, but Natrion Lewis with a turnaround layup ties the game at 6 apiece, but in the second, Estacado in a 17-13 hole, but Raheem Hunter with the bucket to start a 12-2 run for the Matadors. They finally tied the game up on Ty Russell's two-handed jam, and then Hunter with the final 6 points of the half to cap off that run to regain the lead, and the Mats win it 56-46. They're back in the state tournament for the second time in 3 years. In the 2A regional finals, defending state champs Idalou taking on Jim Ned in the first. Riley Payne drains the 3 from the corner, and then the Wildcats on the fast break, and Payne on fire. At it again from deep as Idalou wins a close one, goes down to the wire, but Wildcats come out on top 52-49, booking their 3rd straight trip to Austin for the state tournament. And on the girls' side, Sudan in the state championship in Austin, looking for revenge against Martins Mill, which beat the Lady Nets for the state championship in 08, tied at 16 in the second. But Danielle Logan with the deep 3 to put the Lady Nets up 19-16. And on the very next possession, Bailey Black, another deep tray. Sudan up 22-16. Black finishes with 16 today. And then Logan with the layup to put the Lady Nets up 11 at 37-26. She finishes with a game-high 36. And then Jasmine Weaver makes it a 31-point game. That's more than enough. Sudan wins the 1A Division I state championship, their 2nd title in 4 years, and their 6th overall as a program. So congratulations to them. And in TAPS, Trinity Christian girls looking to beat Houston Westbury for the Class 4A TAPS state championship, but they fall 75-68. In the college rank, though, the men looking for a win over number 7 Missouri. Lewandowski in his final home game as a Red Raider with the first 4 points of the game. Finishes with 9 points, but Missouri gets things going, go back on top 10-5. But Jay Crockett keeps Tech hanging around. Game high 17 points and 8 boards, but the Tigers go on a 7-0 run. Kim English with the steal and the finish, a team high 17 points for him as well. But Tech showing some defense. A steal from Javaris Willis. He hits Deshaun Minnis for the layup. That makes it a 4-point game at 19-15. Tech closing in on the gap, and then Luke Adams with 3 of his 11. That brings the Red Raiders within 1 at 21-20, but Missouri with an answer for everything. They close out the first half with Matt Pressey driving, no good. Ricardo Ratliff, though, there for the putback jam. Tigers pull away in the second, while the Red Raiders lose their home finale, the regular season finale, 81-59.
Tough loss. Missouri made 12 out of 18 in the second half, and I've never seen anything like that. And I thought we were in great position at halftime. We should have really been leading the game. We gave up 2 free throw violations and 2 out of bounds plays where they laid it up, or we would have been leading at half. And then all of a sudden they came out. We didn't guard the ball very well, and they made a bunch of threes. We just never could recover.
On the women's side, the Lady Raiders right now riding a 5-game skid, but hoping to head in the Big 12 tournament on a high note tonight against Kansas State in Manhattan for their regular season finale. And thanks to a 40-11 run from the first half to the second half, Tech able to hold on for the win, snapping that 5-game skid and coming away with the 1-point 64-63 win. Tech baseball in action today down in Houston, taking on number 4 Rice in the Minute Maid Classic. In the top of the first, Barrett Barnes with an RBI single to left field. Jamadrick Magruder comes in to score from third, and Tech is up 1-0 in the first. And then later in the inning, Scott Lejeune with a fly ball to deep center. That's deep enough to score Barnes. The sac fly may not always be pretty, but it's effective, and Tech will definitely take it. But then in the bottom half of the first, with 2 men on, Michael Rattery goes yard. A 3-run shot to left field to put the Owls up 3-2. Right now, they are up 6-2 in the top of the 9th. And on the diamond for the ladies, Tech softball with a doubleheader today, hosting UT Arlington in the early game. Red Raiders, lots of offense early on. Adriana Perez with a 2-run triple to left field puts Tech up 2-0. Red Raiders tack on a couple more to end the first with a 4-0 lead. Then up 4-1 in the second. Mickey Kenny with the solo home run to left field. Her 6th homer of the season puts Tech up 5-1. Red Raiders win big 9-1. And in the late game, they come away with another win, 8-2 over Binghamton. Well, in football, Red Raiders officially passed the halfway point of spring football today, holding their 8th practice out of 15 total inside the Jones for their 2nd scrimmage of spring ball. Obviously, lots of turnover on the coaching staff this offseason, so the team having to work with a bit of a learning curve, but Tuberville still not happy with where the team is right now, but he is pleased with their progress so far.
We've got a lot of work to do in the next 7 practices, and then we've got a lot of work to do in off season, the 7 weeks we'll have after spring practice is over and in the summer. So, you know, we're still a work in progress, but we can tell we're getting a little bit better, mostly at every position.
We still have a long way to go, but it's a process, and so we got some new guys stepping up in new positions and learning and trying to get better at that. So, you know, it's going to take time, but we're on the right track.
So the Red Raider men and women team on the basketball court struggling a little bit this year, but some great basketball coming out of the Lubbock area high school. So congratulations to Sudan again on winning the state championship.
All right, congratulations. We'll be right back.